Oye, tachiru kangalo sane kawayo waina kangala tane tashi dele sigis.
So, firstly, Tashidele, greetings to all Dharma friends wherever you may be.
Ane tatring amso tap tasho ju sedo. Ane to nyoto bishira ta ke jamo mo she sawar. Tatri ale didi hati ji ta page leka do masul zo chi tengaros nyole tunle nyole ko ta didi is. Anzo ke shigis.
So, over the course of these sessions, we've talked a lot about the practice of bodhicitta as well as touched on the practice of the wisdom realizing emptiness. And so, today, I would like to make a very brief presentation, an essence presentation of a practice known as Tonglen, the taking and giving practice.
Tane tunle nyole te taksha to ke jamo mo ya ten u pa to wa de chinga wa nyole ta page janela wo korondo ya li la wo ji yares.
And so there are many different ways to practice taking and giving or Tonglen. And one of the ways to practice it is through combining it with the breath, specifically a practice involving the inhalation and the exhalation of the breath.
다시 하고 있지야 뭐 칭업이 깔았더니 다 보겠냐 소소가 다 로아리 주 선제 유주가 다 강에 가리나 실래야 그 파동이 깔로 소소가 리롱시 게사도 지바디다 보게 파 대학선은 돈에 다녀야지 유아레스
So essentially, there's one way to practice this Tonglen, which is where you breathe in and you visualize that you are breathing in from all of the six types of beings within samsara, that you are breathing in all of their problems, suffering, and difficulties. And then when you are exhaling, when you are breathing out, you imagine that you are sharing your wealth, enjoyments, good understandings, as well as roots of virtue with all of them.
다때 보게 여보 지용아 셔발로 조조더니 롱진즈가 시야보 아니 야저 뭐 시게야 예진즈가 더니 예때까지 다 보게 뭐 시게야 때 같이 뭐레스
And for success in this practice of Tonglen, it's really important to understand well what the faults of the self cherishing attitude are. In addition, it's also important to have a comprehension of the benefits of the attitude that cherishes others.
어당가서 가제트들 리라워지 같은 만족이 있어
So, following that, then Geshe said, as easily as possible, we will proceed with that topic.
달리도 세롱바스 전에 달헬레진 때 같이 뭐레스
So, firstly, place the body and the mind in a relaxed, peaceful state.
다들이 디세 디디는 게 있더니 손지 심비 그녀래 아니 가제트들 때문부터 아버지 있어마지
So today in this short session with this short time, I'm going to, as much as possible, try to bring forth the mind of bodhicitta in a good and stable way. I'll strive to do that.
다 되면 단답하다 어느 종이에 강가로로 그게 대시 땜보지 마요 조지데 롱진즈가 시시레도 선바지
Whether I think about myself, whether I think about others, when I think about the inability to be able to achieve the happiness I or others seek, it is mainly due to the obstacle of this self cherishing attitude.
예 진즈가 그게 소화 땜보 매비 돈을더니 근데 로아리 쪽에서 이제 요즘 강에 조지데 될라테는 쉰드 선바데
Similarly, a stable understanding that not having a good engagement, a stable engagement with the attitude that cherishes others, this is another main reason that myself and all six types of beings within samsara unable to secure the happiness we seek.
다 드리네 이제티나 근데그 시에 또 예때때 통화시는 다 땜보진 좋아도 있어마지
From today, understanding in a stable way the faults of one and the benefits of the other, I am going to strive to change.
롱 짜침부 쯔타니 예 초함에 샘 롱진저 샤데 예 나비 넘반다고 소소 세가 눈으로 보게 땜보 진이어 봐지.
So
yes.
let's think of this attitude of self-cherishing, which means seeing ourself as so important to the point that we disregard the feeling or the welfare of others. We can see this as like a dark colored or a black sort of light mass in our body.
노아리 주게 생지 스도 세이나요. 아니 뭐 그로스 노아 대연발라 농바대 선서 그랬더니 첸디가 예 자치 세이나 대누지 지바보게 시다야 이스.
So now we should visualize all six types of beings of samsara around us as humans, but whatever their individual essence may be, we imagine them being in the aspect of the person who we cherish the most, the person who is closest to us.
소소가 아니 디스 네 겨와 간디치사요가 이나 디 니팔라테네 돈레게 뇰레 가리히나 다 여보시는 너바쇼.
Let's bring forth a thought thinking, whatever virtuous or wholesome karma that I have accumulated through, I dedicate that through the power of this, I may be successful in my practice of Tonglen, of taking and giving.
네소스 아니 리치강에 간디 지스스로요가 이나 되게 너버지가 넘발 아니 질레가요 선바지.
So we visualize that the suffering of those beings in the three lower realms of samsara, of existence, that this comes up in the form of a black light or smoke, and that as we inhale, we breathe in and remove this from them.
소소가 리치 노다 아니 롱진승 거를 파 더내라 다른 진스 파 니범에 봐서 소소지.
And imagine that as we breathe in that black light or smoke of their suffering, that it enters our body and penetrates the self cherishing at our very heart, the dark mass of that self cherishing at our heart, rendering it powerless.
테네 메인로 메이 테네 리치강에 간디 이제 요마요나 대 노지 테네 게 나보 아니 저치 켄사지 그런 일지 소소르지 리그노르지 더내라 컨트롤라서 바데달 파터니라 이밤에 봐서 소소지.
Next, we can visualize those beings of the human realm, not the three lower realms, but the human realm, and think about any physical or bodily suffering that they may be having. Imagine that it is in this kind of uh, black sort of light or smoke. We inhale, breathing in this black radiance, and as we inhale and it enters our body, it penetrates our heart, rendering our affliction of anger completely powerless, completely subduing that mind of anger.
테네 하도 라만 이나요다 리그 강에 간디 지요가 이나요 대강가 로로도 용치지 아니 아보 메비가 넘바지 같이 트는 질려내라 아니 롱게 리진 노트 가져 쳐돌아서 바 파터니라 아니 네 밤에 봐서 소소지.
Next, we go to the next realm of the gods and the demigods, or the devas and the asuras, and we imagine that any problems they are having within their body, it manifests as a dark or not pleasant colored radiance, and that we breathe in this dark radiance. As we breathe this in, we remove it from them, and we imagine that as it enters our body, it penetrates our heart, completely getting rid of the mass of pride and jealousy that we hold, dissolving the pride and jealousy.
다 단단 리브치 렌네라더니 야보지레스 근데 이나요 제단다 라데바 이나 요건 리브 용기야 이다 다 디니가라 제테온실레 정년바테온실레 이 소바지
So now we have taken on from those various beings the suffering results as suffering or physical suffering as the result. But now we also need to think about the cause, the ultimate cause of that suffering in the practice.
로아리 쪽에 생제 서도 세이나요 되는 대다가 지라 아니 거의 저 아니 레양양바 소명하라 수파다 레 간디 지요마 이나요 대지 강갈로로 되게 아버지가 넘발 실력이 요거 소바지
So we again visualize all the six types of beings of samsara together, and we think about the causes of the suffering they experience, specifically the cause of the negative, unwholesome karma, such as the heavy actions, the five actions of immediate retribution, and so forth. We imagine that this has a dark or smoky radiance, and we inhale this into our body.
소소글더니 세가 놀러라 rum진서 조시 비겠다니 연락 강한 걸 파타니라 아니 그것을 내가 제함이 니밤에 봐지 소소지
And as we breathe that in from all those sentient beings, we imagine that it comes into our body, dissolves into the self cherishing at our heart, and clears away not just the self cherishing, but all of the other branch afflictions connected to that selfish attitude.
대다기 지치 강에 그저 아니 예모이나요 자니 주 니니니에실라서 봐 아니 예모 간디지요가 이나요 대용게 나비 넘발치 아 소소를 치터니라 난즈 마리바 조시 비겠다니 연락도 지바 뭘 파타니 니밤에 봐서 소소지
In the next visualization, thinking of all of those six types of sentient beings, and specifically thinking about the ultimate cause that drives their suffering and accumulation of negativity. And this is the afflictions, such as the six root afflictions, 20 branch afflictions, and so forth. We imagine this in the form of that dark, smoky radiance. We inhale this into our body, and as it comes into us and dissolves into our heart, we imagine that it clears away mainly the ignorance grasping at the self, and all the other branches of ignorance are completely cleared away.
근데 현 니발라 때문에 롱게 레요 아니 그게 이제 노번 무지 파카리 이날 그게 때도 받들이 니바야 받질 소소지
Think through this practice, my own body, it has become like a wish fulfilling jewel, able to provide beings with whatever they need.
너나 롱게 링아 이스 때 근데 그녀를 때문에 파 아니 로아리 주게 생제 유조를 가르거와 이나에 파 때도 그게 니바야 받질 소소지 때모
And think in this way, similarly, may all of my activities of body, speech, and mind contribute exactly to exactly what the six types of beings within samsara need. I realize that this is possible through this practice.
린데 발라 리 논데 발라 노파 로아리 주게 생제 유조를 파 제가 요 삼바 때모
Younger son.
린데 발라 리 아니 논데 발라 노 잘라더니 가르 그거 요나 사야 뒤에 가르 강해요 봐이네 강갈로 파 내반우지 파트에서 소소지
So think that in this way I give my body to beings so that they can achieve whatever facility, whatever things that they need to be able to achieve happiness.
너 남자와리 주가 생제지 생제 스도스이나 릴 강에메 봐, 셀 강에메 봐 주도 저소 소소지.
And think that in this way I have been able, through giving in this way, to be able to provide beings with what they need and get rid of any problems that they have of body or mind.
디세 뒤뒤는 쇼지스메 뇨레 아포질 제토 소송비토네 가야 보고야.
And then I feel that because in this short time I've been able to engage in a practice of bodhisattvas, meditate on a feeling of joy.
뭐야? 오다 돈레 뇨레 다 발레 디디도레 테네 이나요 다테 오다 드리치니 다 단담부터스 지고도 요아르테 다지마 칼레칼레가 수제 초로스.
So in this way, we've completed, Geshe has completed his brief presentation of the Tonglen, just kind of a brief essence presentation, but perhaps later on there's vaster presentations. We can cover those gradually.
오다 가비 뭐네 가서 타타 드리가 돈레가 뇨레 테치 파 셔도 유르 잔 또에 깨체시야 뭐뭐 요아르테 다 드링아조 알레 디디젠다 치레스.
So Geshe was just explaining that in this way, uh, we have completed this short practice of Tonglen, so we should feel joyful, happy that we completed it. There are other visualizations of Tonglen that we can combine with the breath, the inhalation and exhalation, perhaps another time.
야, 되지.
Thank you very much.